Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube video. My name is Nick Carrizales. I am not a financial advisor. This is for educational purposes. But today I want to discuss a couple things that I've learned over the years that I think could help you. And today's topic, which is actually going to be a 4-part series, so be on the lookout for the other 3 videos that will come out. But today's topics will be about super long-term investing, what that means, investing ideas around it, and then also sort of my own personal portfolio, so you can kind of get a mindset at what super long-term means. So again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not here to give you guys financial advice. This is for educational purposes, but I do believe that it's good to kind of share this information and share the knowledge if it's something that I've personally done that I can share along with you guys. So with that said, first thing we're going to talk about are different account types. I'm a big believer that you should have different account types with different things. So when I mean super long term, I'm referring to like things that are 12 months and longer. So when you are thinking about investments that are 12 months and longer, you should be thinking about an idea or a mindset that is called dollar cost averaging. The best way that I can describe dollar cost averaging is you really don't care the highs or the lows on a day-to-day or week to week or a year-over-year. You're going to be convicted and committed each month, each year, whatever it is that you decide to put in into this investment. The easiest way to think about it is like an employer's 401k, right? Every time you get a paycheck, a certain percentage goes into your 401k, right? You catch the highs and lows until you're 65 years old, as the market continues to go up, and it doesn't matter, right? And so that's this mindset, and that's this video that I wanted to discuss, is that in this mindset, this is a dollar cost averaging mindset that you're going to be contributing, again, week over week, month over month, year over year, however way you feel is best and what you can afford. So what are some investing ideas that usually come to mind when people think of super long-term accounts? First one is 401k. Usually that comes from your employer, right? These are things that are kind of automatically taken out, 3%. Some companies, they'll match your 3% or 6% or whatever it may be. But that's a fund that you're going to keep in there long term. You're not going to look at it, and it's set up, like for me and my last employer, was set up in a Fidelity account. It was set up. I never looked at it. It wasn't until like the last 2 years where I actually opened that account. But that's kind of what you want. You don't want to be looking at these accounts daily, as these are super long-term accounts. Another investing idea is an IRA, which can be set up like at a bank. Real estate, collectibles, a self-direct ETF, index fund, Bitcoin, and whole life insurance. So again, in this segment, these are super long-term ideas that are 12 months and longer. I'm sure there's a whole host of other long-term investment ideas, but those are really the main ones that come to me, and the main ones that I feel like I have most experience on that I can share with you. On the second part here, I want to discuss to you my personal portfolio. I think it's good that I also share with you that I'm not just talking about my butt on some of these things, that I've actually experienced this over a period of time to share with you guys today. First one I wanted to talk to you guys about is a self-direct ETF or index fund. So what I mean by that is a fund that you have control over, where basically a fund manager or a group is not handling your funds. Like, you're actually able to pick and choose and change at any time. And so the account that I use is, I like Stash. I'm actually going to drop that link below. I might have a separate video on it at a later time, but Stash is one of the first and major investments account platforms that I got myself into to help me understand interest accounts, to help me understand ETFs, all these sort of things. So again, I'll drop the link out below. There's for more information, check out the link. If you have more questions, you can let me know. Second thing is real estate. So I haven't talked about any ideas around real estate yet on my YouTube videos, but I will at a later time. But for me personally, I have rental properties that I just, I buy, I rehab, I rent, and then I refinance, which is the BRRRR. I'll share that idea at a later time. But again, it's a super long-term investment that I'm not touching for 12 months or longer. So those are one of my ideas. Third, as you guys know, as you guys seen like 100% of my videos, I talk about Bitcoin. I personally believe that it is a long-term investment. So it's a risk that I'm willing to take of where I think it's going to go. Today, I'm actually introducing a new account that I've personally used for some time now, that I'm bringing you today, because everything that I'm sharing with you today, if I haven't used it, I'm not going to educate and tell you about. But I use Blockfi, and the reason I use Blockfi is because I'm actually earning interest month over month on my Bitcoin. So, but it's very different than my trading account, which we'll talk about at a later time through Coinbase. So I know you've seen me advertise Coinbase a lot. I use those for shorter time frames, but for my super long-term account, for me personally, I use Blockfi. I'll also drop that link below so you guys have it as well. Look, collectibles. I have NFTs, and if you guys don't know what an NFT is, check out my YouTube video like 4 or 5 weeks ago. I posted on what my first NFT investment was. I think that it is the future of collectibles. I'll be posting a lot more things around that, but the account that I use for that is I use MetaMask. And lastly, not yet, I'm not personally in this investment, but it is an investment that I do plan. That's why I put it on this side. I put it not yet, but soon, is whole life insurance. I can't recommend a broker or anything to you today because I'm not in one personally, but it is something that I am looking into, that I'm very serious about getting into, and that is pretty much what sort of recap what my super long-term account is. So I hope you guys found this educational. Make sure to hit that like, make sure to comment, subscribe, whatever it is. I do these things for you guys so you guys can learn. And I'm here for you guys to continue to ask questions as we go. So thank you very much. See y'all later.